Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our The Council Let's Play. We are back right where we left off. I'm trying to figure out the dust. Inspect the surroundings. We've done all of these. Scrutinize the chest of drawers.
Characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
It's a sentence in Hebrew. We already did this. We can't do this. And there's nothing else to do. Maybe it's back in the book. We've already looked through Paul. We've already looked through those. Acts of the Apostles. Back to the beginning. What about this? Back to the beginning. I thought maybe...
Volume of the Gutenberg Bible.
Thought maybe there would be a... Oh, here! Hebrew. It said something about 8.
Thou hast put all things under his feet, for in that he put all in subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him.
Well, that didn't give us nothing. Where was that? That was here. Hebrew. What about this?
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
What? Should we be looking in Paul, maybe? Have we read these? Let's just read through these.
With a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing.
Okay. What were we doing? We were doing the Revelation. Revelation to John.
And a voice came out of the throne, saying, Praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil
for
and
a
the
penny.
wine.
Alright, one more. And then we'll just start walking through them all.
Wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note.
Oh.
It's been folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, It's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Okay. Who hears an angel? Have we looked through this? I know we looked through Mark, John, and Matthew. Have we done this? Have we read these?
And suddenly there came a sound from heaven like a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
Where was that? Here?
And there were
We'll do
7
this
sons
and then-
of one Skiva, a Jew and chief of the priests which did so.
Then we'll go through, Luke, I think, is the one we
And he
skipped.
became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a
Theologian.
trance. Hey, there's
Oh.
a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him.
Ooh.
Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
It's probably allegorical.
I'm guessing it's a metaphor. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Well, I guess we solved the puzzle. that was something else. Join the other guests. Uh-oh. I refused to indicate a culprit to Lord Mortimer. I discovered my mother's message. I did not understand my mother's message. I could have found the conversation between my mother and her partner. Well. Okay. We got 4 points available. Okay. Yeah. Validate. Tragic fate. What do we want to read? Diversion, erudition, manipulation, linguistics, questioning, erudition, etiquette, questioning. Let's do manipulation.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
Where is that? In the living room? This way? Hello. Where's the small salon?
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Can you point in the direction that I'm supposed to go? I think it's this way. Is it downstairs? I think so. Oh, there's a lot of graphical bugginess going on. Ooh, hello.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis? About last night, I'm guessing.
Sadly, no. Even if I'd like to have, alas. There are more pressing matters. I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Ask her to go beyond the nightmare.
I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
My mother used to talk about it, in the figurative sense probably. We still need to understand what she was referring to, though.
If I find something, I'll let you know.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
I'm gonna keep quiet.
I better keep that to myself for the time being.
Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
Who's yelling?
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
Who is it?
And who is this charming character?
Manuel Godoy, the Duke of La Alcudia.
He's the head of the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds.
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What? Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if...
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Let's calm things down.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Manuel.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you too. Of course.
Is this Volner?
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
Only
He looks
chance.
concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Do you know her?
To hear you speak, you seem to know my mother well.
Not really. We met for the first time on this very spot some weeks back. We had a very pleasant discussion.
They said don't
She's
trust
an
Volner.
exceptionally learned lady with a good head for business. No need for me to tell you that.
I agree.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Prompt him to talk about it. It's gonna cost 3.
Absolutely, but I was hoping that you could tell me more about it.
Well, she was planning to sell me a very old book. I will make no secret of the fact that I am passionate about the subject. And when Sarah spoke to me about it, her account literally had me enthralled. I can think of nothing else since. You
Okay.
might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
Let's string him along.
Indeed. My mother is never without her favorite book.
Oh, a stroke of luck?
I didn't think her original edition of Bougainville would be so captivating to you.
No, indeed. The one I'm interested in is a very old book, with each chapter under lock and key. It has nothing to do
Oh,
with
good.
the Bougainville's book.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Ah, well, too bad.
You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchet in Paris. Do you know him?
Of course, why? Absolutely not. Of course, why?
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case that concerns us now, because he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another
Yay.
dishonest person. What can you say? Can't trust anyone these days, huh?
No, you can't.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Volner. You're the one who von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Home. Oh, shoot. I don't know. Let me guess. Home.
It's Sir Gregory.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
You ought to know then. He is not a man who likes to be duped. You are walking on thin ice, sir.
Interesting. So we did all that correct. Find out more clues about your mother's note. Alright, we'll do that, but we'll do that in the next episode. So guys, thank you so much for all your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Council Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.